Casey Piper, finishing my 3-part series on the spiced rum and cherry infusions that I did. Finally getting back to it. It's been pretty hectic at work, and it's, being over security, at a hospital, kind of, been taking it out of me. But I'm glad to be able to do that and everything. Real quick before we get into this, I just wanted to let you all know that I did, I've mentioned before in a previous video where I shared some of my music that I was kind of going down, that path on the side, and I have created the one thing that I did to get, start generating some momentum with music is I created a YouTube channel for my music and also my Facebook page for that, which I'm going to put the information down below. I'll put the link to the YouTube channel, and it's going to be at Matthew Paul Mosley for the Facebook page. If you want to follow it, you can. If not, I understand, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure I let you know that it was out there now. Not to say I won't do music here and there, when I'm on the Pipe channel, but for those that may want to follow it, more consistently, it's going to be there as well. So I'm kind of juggling both channels, and definitely glad to do that because it's two things I'm very passionate about. So anyways, let me get into this real quick. You can go back and check out the previous videos. I did one batch that had the spiced rum and the cherry flavoring that I added to it, and with that I just used cherry juice that I got, something that's a little bit more natural. And yeah, I probably had some sugar added into that, so maybe something you want to think about, not to push this too much. It's got some added sugars in there, but it started out with Sutliff Troost, the Troost match, which was pretty much a typical Virginia barley, and we'll kind of take a look at that. It's you can see it's pretty coarse and everything. It smoothed out a lot in this process. And you can see that's what I have on the Troost. Let's see, we're gonna start off with the cherry, and then we're gonna go into, this is the one that I did with only spiced rum and no cherry. Talk about the pipes that I chose. I wanted some smaller bowls, more like taster pipes. These are a little bit bigger than the taster pipes that I actually have. This one is a Meerschaum line Mastercraft. Picked that up for about 10 bucks at an antique store. And this is one that I picked up. This is a Republic era Peterson that I picked up at an antique shop for $15. Couldn't believe it. And I think I threw my shoulder out of joint trying to get my debit card out quick enough, but this one was definitely coming home with me. Can't beat that price for something like this. And it's a smaller bowl as well, which is nice. So I have the spiced rum cherry blend already packed up here in my the Mastercraft. We're going to start with that one. I always forget to do the jar note before I light it up. Maybe I'm just too excited to get it lit up. And after I let it sit this time, this is the first time I'm really going to it. I'll tell you, I didn't know what to expect when I first started this one. I just wanted to have a little fun, play around with some blends. I was worried it might be a little bit too over the top. Kind of like the Very Cherry, if you're familiar with that one. It's very, very strong and pungent on the cherry side. This one is very light on the cherry side, and I'm glad it didn't overpower too much. If you're like me and you don't really care for just the goopy, heavily topped aromatics, this is a good way to go to add a little bit of flavor into the mix, and it gives you the hint of what you're looking for while keeping the base tobacco intact. So very subtle on the cherry, and that's kind of the way I like it. But I think the spiced rum is a little bit more pronounced. It's kind of how that came out. I can play around with the ratio if I choose to do this again. There. And I'm not having a good day keeping my pipe lit. Yeah, it burns hot a little bit, but it's not bad. It definitely isn't biting me. So that's that one. So I'm going to cut, pause the film real quick. I'm going to go ahead and load this next pipe up after I finish this one with some of just the spiced rum. We're going to get into that one, and then we'll go a little bit out of order, and we'll go over the jar notes. So stick with me. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and do the jar notes now before I light this other pipe. I'm going to start by comparing it with the original, just to kind of see what the flavoring method has done. Okay, now this one is very burly forward. In the mixture with the Virginias. Now when we look at this, we'll go to the spiced rum, which is what I'm about to have right now. Okay, now with this one, they both came from the same tobacco. I'm definitely getting a more sweetness out of this one, the one that's just the spiced rum. And it doesn't mask itself with the Virginias at all. So you still got the kind of the earthy hayfield kind of aroma, but it doesn't seem to have as much of the burly kind of the sweet bottom end from that blend. So it seems like it maintains a little bit more of the Virginia and adds a different sweetness, not like what's in there already, but just something imparted by the rum. And we're gonna get a little smell with the cherry. Now this one is interesting because it's you got the edge from the maraschino cherry. If you're familiar with that smell, you know what I'm talking about. So probably in the jar, less of the rum in this jar, more of the cherry, and probably about an equal match, equal blend of the Virginias and the Burleys that shine through it a little bit. So anyways, that's what we have in this one. It's been a fun project. I've enjoyed it and enjoyed the results. And like I said, it's just something that I wanted to have a little fun with and try some new things. May do it again. I may adjust some things. But it's definitely fun, even with this time that we've kind of been locked down and everything. You know, you got a little extra time on your hands, you kind of get creative. That's kind of how the music thing came up, where I decided to finish what I started there. And not just the flavoring, but then the blending and everything like that. You can really come up with some very unique creations. So don't be bashful to try that out some. But let's get into the spiced rum. This is without the cherry. This is just the spiced rum. for a guy that likes cherries, cherry blends, I honestly think I like this one better than I do the one that I mix the cherry with. I definitely like it a lot better. And I didn't think that I would. It just goes to show how, when you set out on a project like this, sometimes things don't go the way you expected. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's bad, depending on how you look at it. I wasn't sure really what to expect here, but I'm pleased with the result. And anyways, that's gonna wrap up this 3-part deal that I did, and I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. And hope you're doing well. Everything is going well your way. And I guess I'll get ready to sign off with that. And don't forget to, if you'd like to go check out the music side of OTC Piper, I'm gonna have the information down below. I was able to get an intro video posted, so you should be able to search for it under Matthew Mosley, and I'll put the information down in there as well. I may wind up actually redoing the intro video because I noticed some things after I had posted it, and it's really my fault because I didn't inspect the recording of it all on quality equipment before I made it live. I just had pretty much my computer speakers, and after hearing it with like studio monitor, like headphones and everything like that, one thing that I noticed is there's like a low, kind of a droning sound in there, and I kind of had some room mics set up, to pick up some guitar and the vocal and things like that. Not really any singing going on, but just my voice and the guitar that I picked on a little bit. And I think I had the gain set a little bit too sensitive on it, because it picked up the AC way more pronounced than what I was hearing it in the room. And that's the only thing I can think of, and so I'm gonna have to make some adjustments for that. So I may redo that, I may not, I'm not sure. But anyways, go check it out, and hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next one. Everybody be well and stay positive and motivated, and look forward to seeing y'all again.